Hello everyone, my name is Antasil, and today I'll be doing something special. I'll be trying to form the European Union as France. Now that doesn't sound too difficult. I mean, France is pretty big and strong and a democracy, so it has the decision to form the European Union right from the start. But how to get the territories you need? Italy and Germany are relatively simple. They just need to be conquered. Well, I've done that before. I guess I can do that again. It's these countries that are a problem. Now, before No Step Back, it was even more complicated. You had to pretty much let Germany conquer all of the Benelux, sign no non-aggression treaties, don't join the Allies or whatever, then reconquer the Benelux, Germany, Italy, press the unification button, and then get the peace deal or something like that. With No Step Back, peace deal mechanics have changed slightly. If you've never signed a non-aggression treaty or military access or anything with the Benelux countries, you can annex them in the peace deal. Still, it isn't that easy because there's still a lot of territory you need to take care of, like here, these territories with Kashubia or Silesia. Allies will just try to liberate or puppet those, and it's a nightmare really. But that's what I'll be doing. I'll be building up France, possibly intervene in the Spanish Civil War to cover my back, probably not though, and just focus on holding the line, bleeding the enemy dry, getting air supremacy, and then conquering it all. To make things slightly more easy, I'll be releasing Algeria from the start as a puppet. They'll build some factories for themselves through the generic focus tree, and they'll annex them later. I'll be doing generic research at the start. I won't be showing all of it. I'll be focusing on keeping my Air Force up to date, even if it costs me my infantry equipment. Green air is going to be absolutely vital in this run, so let's start with a few civilian factories. Let's start with a few more, and a supply hub here in Savoy. We'll create some close air support from the start and do add fighters once we get the good ones. I'll delete the basic light tanks, finish all the navy that's still in progress, except the really big ones. As for the army, I'll train 11 of these guys first. And gather the rest here. They're set to priority. I'll take out everything that has an engine, and I'll take out the mountaineers and switch everything else over to come on, let's go to the Brigade Coloniale. Now I'm not doing anything with tanks in this run, so they're gone, and I'm exercising the mountaineers. National block is done. I'm going to utilize the leagues. I'm going to stay democratic for a long while, but I am going to set up a return of a monarch. Well, there's a Spanish Civil War. I'm just going to leave them to it. Revise the Constitution. Revised Constitution is done. That'll tick on for a year, so I have some time for other focuses. Now, it lines up nicely to do laissez-faire now, so I'll do that. Japan declares war on China, send attaché. And we can go for begin rearmament. Some much needed military factories. Now, the other thing, we no longer get the effects from constitutional revision, so we're going to repeal the law of exile. Repeal the law of exile is done. I do still have political violence, that should drop out pretty soon. Yeah, here it goes. I'll go for Bloom Violet right now. Get that over with. Solve my manpower issues. I'm going to train 12 more Brigade Coloniales to guard Corsica and Tunisia later on. There's the Anschluss right when I have 150 political power. Partial mobilization, here we go. Bloom Violet is done. We'll go for expand the citizenship. I'm going to reorganize my fleet in a sub-fleet and everything else fleet in the Mediterranean to set up for a potential naval invasion of Italy. With expand the citizenship done, we'll do encourage immigration. Alright, we've started building military factories and we're going to do that quite quickly. So I'm going to double the amount of factories and guns, keep anti-air on free. Fighters will go to 5 at first, same as close air support. Support equipment on free, artillery on 2, trucks on 1. Once this is filling up, I'll put fighters on more and more and more. We need green air when the war kicks off. It's nice to have that supply hub. Now here's an interesting choice. You can either leave the Czechs to their fate, follow the historical path and get into the war, either by letting Germany attack you, but I'm going to do it this way. Let Germany have a little bit more trouble with the Czechs than usual. They have to fight for it now. And this way I don't have to act on my guarantee, keeping my stability nice and stable. And start with a few forts on these 2 points here. They'll be under constant attack, but we'll make it. And we'll build level 4 and 5 forts here. Yeah, this is fine. Czechoslovakia wants me to join the war. Alright, do note that the Germans will start bombing you now. So get your air crews trained and set at least a few of them to interception on your own territory. You don't want to waste too much fuel here, and you don't have to go for air superiority just yet. Now here's something evil to do. Eventually, I don't want to have a faction. Bye bye Czechoslovakia, and dissolve the French alliance. And cast focus to air-ground cooperation. The Czechs are on their own now. I'm getting enough infantry equipment to train extra armies. So I'm going to start with 1. I want an extra army here on the extended Maginot. But 1 army here is basically not enough. Also, I want this army to become really good. I'll make an elite template and expand it with artillery. And at some point when I'm confident the other armies will hold, I'll pull these guys off to invade Italy. Right, Poland has joined the Allies, I think. Not yet, but they will soon. Here they go. Czechs will probably join the Allies as well. They're no longer on their own. They're inviting me, but I'm not going to do that, otherwise I can never get to Benelux. Also going to extensive conscription. Now at this point, if you still have full employment, if you go to extensive conscription, you will suffer strikes because of worker shortage. How's my stockpile of artillery? They're doing alright. I'm going to copy the Division d'Infanterie. I've done this before in another video, I'll just call it Le Division d'Infanterie. Give it a scary icon and expand it with an artillery and cavalry recon. And make these elite and switch the entire army of the gold to this elite template. These guys at some point will do most of my attacking and the rest will just hold lines. Deficit almost gone. Let's switch these guys to regular Division Infantry and go for army reform. Army reform is done. Well, what do we do next? Stimulate dynamic market is still left. I'm going for the air focus now to get the new fighter bonus. Fighters are absolutely key, so I'm going to research Fighter 2 when this one is finished and use the bonus of Fighter 3, even though it will cost me years to get there. I want it as soon as possible. I'll also get the aircraft. I'm still building military factories like my life depends on it, which it pretty much does. Hoi4 is really confident. He thinks he can take on the Italians. I probably could do that with all my air force here. Maybe support with a naval invasion here. But in many test runs I've noticed that once you take this border here with Germany, they absolutely stop doing anything to the lowlands and concentrate all their forces here. That's ordinarily not such a bad thing, but in this case I want them to kill the lowlands first. Let's go for fighter focus and get the aircraft designer. Light aircraft designer for extra agility. Now here's a little trick. If you want this fighter to have the bonus, just make one duplicate with one modification. It'll cost you 25 air XP, but it will have the bonus. And the fighter 1 will already be upgraded. So that's nice. Manpower issues with France? 2.5 million Frenchmen say no. It's just that I can't equip them with guns yet, otherwise it would not have been such a challenge here. I do want... Germany is taking its sweet time with Czechoslovakia. But they'll get there. Well, I blinked and the Netherlands and Belgium have capitulated. I was busy setting up a naval invasion for Italy. I don't have to hold back anymore now. So what I'll do is pull off one of these guys from my Spanish border and let them join here on Belgium. Once they're there, I'll pull off my main army, assign it to the naval invasion, and we'll try to cut off this army here in the Alps and take out Italy. Czechoslovakia is still not out, but that could be an advantage for me. Right, naval invasion set up. Italians are very well distracted here. On the Belgian border, things look menacing. There's even a railway gun here. But I have full faith in all of my guys here. So, what's left to do? I'm going to put two of my close air support guys. I'm going to put them on the Corsica airfield to help out here. And I'll flip over the rest as soon as possible. Set the fleet to naval invasion support and the submarines to convoy escorts. The strike force, I mean. Already not getting naval supremacy, but that usually doesn't take me too long. Let's hope for the best. And here we go. Naval invasion is launched. Let's hope they don't get intercepted. Now once again, why do I need as much territory? Look at supply here. You can see in the red here, supplies are scaled down to 36% due to not having full control of the state. You need full control of the state you're invading, otherwise your troops will suffer. Keep expanding, expanding, expanding. And the fall of Rome. I'm going to do it. I'm going to send this army across as well. Let them mop up the south while I take on the north. There's been some good encirclement here in Italy. Italy's almost gone. Nothing happening on the German front. Not at least until I'm going for it. I've created a faction with the United States. They've been called into the war. Not doing anything, but at least they're not joining the Allies. And one thing we'll notice that once I'm bordering German core territory here, Germany will beef up its defense on this side, shuffle around, and give us an opening to fight through Belgium here. Italy has capitulated, that's good. As soon as he's done exercising, I'll give the order to attack. We've got some air units left here, we'll set those to attack as well. And we've got green air, and we're good to go. Alright. Select the goal and select the motorized guys and go. We're first going to advance into Ghent. Cut off these units here. Be ready to pin them because they'll want to reinforce and I don't want them to do that. Also pin these guys here in Brussels. And we've got a first encirclement of 1, 4, 6, 7 units. All for free. And there we go. This is basically the exercise from here till here. Wow, Czechoslovakia still isn't dead. And that's another few divisions dead. Another encirclement. It's November 1941 and we have fighter free. Come to think of it, are these my planes or is this... Yeah, I can brag all I want, but there's 1100 planes for my allies here. So, there's that. And we sliced apart my home country. I'm from the Netherlands. Manchukuo claims Indochina. Well, they can take it from my cold, dead hands. Another encirclement. No. Beautiful. Yeah, the Czechs are still here. The Americans are making a push for it. And that's Berlin. Alright, let's see if this just works. Munich, Innsbruck are mine. I don't even need Vienna. And there we are. Germany has capitulated. Now, this wasn't easy, and I think I played one of my best games as France ever. So you might not get the same results if you try this. Having said that, the hardest thing of this entire run is the peace deal. Because you need all of Germany, Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg, and you don't want any of the allies to liberate or puppet stuff. So how do we go about that? You need to puppet Germany, Italy, and actually manually take all of this stuff. And you need to puppet Germany and Italy in places that you don't need to form the European Union. There are not a lot of places around here. Let me show you how that works. I'm taking all states of Germany. I'm unselecting metal. I'm changing the government there. They'll become free, democratic, but they'll be out of the way there. And plus, no one else can then take... I can do supervised state, by the way. Yeah, that works too. Supervised states, unselect all the other stuff. Now no one else can puppet Germany because they've already been puppeted. Let's do the same thing for Italy. Come here, you guys. Take all states. Now select something really cheap here in Africa. It's 36 points, or 82, 49, 3 points. In that one. Supervised state, and at least we get their fleet. And unselect all the others. I always forget if I need Zara and Istria, so I'll just take them right off. I need Kashubia here and the states that can form Silesia. Those are vital. You technically don't need Austria to form the European Union, but I'm taking them anyway because, well, my borders will look so much better if I do. And then there is this, the Benelux, and I already can take them. No, I do need South Tyrol. Start here. Don't take Austria just yet, and see if I can finish with the Dutch. No, I cannot. I got Luxembourg. Let's hope we get lucky. And turn. What happened? Transylvania, Burundi, Netherlands Antilles, Suriname. Oof, that hurt because I wanted those territories as well. But that's not the priority here. Friesland, Holland, Brabant. Do try to take Austria. No, it does not work. And turn. What did I do? Supervised states. Romania. Romania. Ethiopia. Ethiopia. Tyrol. Alright, that part's over. I should be able to take everything else from Germany and Italy, and we'll see what that leaves us. Right, that's the peace deal. I should have everything I need now. Alright, let's have a look. Yes, yes, here it is. You realize European unity. And we are there. The European Union has been formed. We are at peace, we are very stable. We are, well, let's take up that manpower for a bit. Unification of Europe, 1.7 million, 500 factories. This is already far more than what I ever could have needed. But there is a bonus, an encore if you like. Once I finish undersea combat, I can continue the non-aligned path and either become the French Empire with all cores still of Europe, or complete this one and then you will become the Unified Kingdom of Europe. French Empire is the same as the regular French Empire. This one's different, so I'm going to show you that one. We did finish the focus now, and now we are the Unified Kingdom of Europe. Could this be any more cursed? And I have Jacques as my king. Well, it's been quite a ride. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think of these videos, and leave a like if you wish. I really enjoy likes. I'm of course a YouTuber, so I'm all into that. And do leave suggestions for next videos. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.